back to the Lexi's Leukemia channel. Today, we're doing gel nails at home.
Well, what's up, Lexi's Leukemia Warrior family? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have a little bit of a different video for you. So I can't remember if I mentioned this in our vacation videos, but we went and had our first mani-pedi mommy-daughter day at the salon before vacation so we could get our nails done. Now on treatment, Lexi could not handle the smell of the nail polish, could you? And so we use those literal little strip nails that stick on. Unfortunately, the chemo made her nails kind of brittle, and just her washing her hands, even if it was 24 hours afterwards or taking a bath or something, and a lot of times they would come right off, and then within a week or two they were all gone, so it wasn't worth it. So we went to the salon this last time on vacation, and I just have them push her cuticle and, you know, file and just do a regular, just polished manicure on fingers and toes. And unfortunately, that didn't last very long either. But I got gel nails done on myself, which I had never done before, and it lasted quite a long time, which got me to thinking that maybe I could do gel nails at home. I could learn how to do it, and I could try it on Lexi to see if it would last longer. Now, full disclaimer, it does still come off of her nails, but as I get better and better at it, it's lasting longer on her nails because I think it's a better bond than just regular nail polish. It is a little thicker, so it resists chipping. So maybe it's weird to put gel nails on your kid, but due to Lexi's nails from treatment, that's what we have to do. So I am going to show you how I put gel nails on Lexi at 6 years old. So I do gel nails on myself, never mind my ring fingers. They broke off because when I'm at work and what I do, sometimes they just get snagged. But my nails are actually getting a little stronger. So this is the blue color that Lexi wants on her nails. So this is the color we're going to do. It's called Until the End. It's by this brand called Sensational. I don't know if you can see that. We got the kit at Walmart. It's 30 bucks. Maybe it's not the cream of the crop kit, but the nail lamp works for what we need it to do. It has an automatic timer for 30 seconds, and it blinks every 15 seconds. So for the steps, you only need to go in for a little bit. It blinks to let you know so you can pull your hand out, and then it automatically turns itself off. So really, that's what you need. And it came with everything you needed in the kit. It came with a way to push your cuticles back. It came with a nail file. It came with cleanser and lint-free pads. It came with a primer that will be extra dehydrating to your nail, so that way the polish has every chance of sticking. It came with a base coat and a top coat. This is kind of all in one, gel base and top coat. And then it even came with the nail polish. I bought this one separately, but it did come with one small bottle of pink nail polish. So it literally has everything you need to start right away, and then you can add extras. Like I have cuticle nippers that I keep at home. I have nail clippers if nails get too long, and these are what we use on the ends of our fingers with these little gauze pad things that don't soak up your toner, so you can get the old polish off. So are you ready to get started, Lexi?
Yes.
All right, so we are going to turn the camera down so you can see the above shot of what I'm doing. So we'll get that set up and we'll get started. All right, so we have both of Lexi's nails, hands completely filed and free of polish. So now we are going to start. Let me see if I can we go, so it's not so blurry. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to check and see if you need to push back the cuticle at all, which we can push Lexi's back a little bit. So then what you do is, since I'm not using cuticle nippers on her, you're just going to take the really soft side of a file, just like a little buffer, and you're just going to buff off any of that rough cuticle that's on the nail, because you don't want the polish sticking to that rough cuticle.
Because then that can, then.
Alright, so now we are going to take a lint-free cloth, and you want it to be lint-free. So I guess you could use a piece of paper towel, because that's lint-free. But you need something that doesn't have any, like, you don't want to use a cotton ball for this, because you don't want anything stuck to the grooves or ridges of your nail. So what I'm going to do is take this little pipette they provided in the kit, along with, they call it the gel cleanser. See if I can get it to focus. And that is going to be what we use to clean each of her nails. So the first thing you are going to do, and it depends on your kit, but if your kit comes with some type of primer, you want to use that first. And this is just basically a little like alcohol-based solution that will allow your nails to be even more dehydrated. So you could even just use a little bit of acetone if you wanted. So basically it's like a little nail polish brush, but it's a real thin liquidy mixture. So you don't want to put a ton on there, just a little bit on each nail. And that's just going to help dehydrate the nail even further. All right, next hand, Lex. And you want to let that dry onto the nail for a good 15 seconds. Just air dry before you go in with your base coat. All right, so we've got both of Lexi's hands dry. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully go in with a thin layer of the base coat. They use the same polish for the base and top coat. I think I would probably prefer having a different base coat and then having a nice shiny top coat, which this is pretty shiny, but I guess it's what they chose to do. So eventually I think we're going to invest in some better nail polish, like gelish or something. It should still work with our LED light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be very careful. When you pick the nail polish up, the best thing that I've seen is it's going to have a bunch on it, like a big blob on it, and so you want to kind of scrape starting on one side and scrape off all of the excess polish, so that way you don't have too much on there. So I'm going to do Lexi's nails one at a time, and I'm going to kind of start in the middle and put a dab on there, and then what I do is scrub down towards the cuticle, but don't actually get on the cuticle. Try to get on the sides without getting the skin as best you can, because obviously when this nail polish cures, it'll be getting hot, and so you don't want it on the skin, and you want it to go all the way to the edge, but out without getting on the skin, so that it does not lift at all. Now, if you do think you've gotten a little bit on the edge, you can take a little edge brush soaked in polish remover and just clean up your sides a little bit. If you think you got any on the skin, that will wipe anything off. And I did not get anywhere near the cuticle area, so we are good to go there. Now, if this were me for myself, I would just go ahead and do the rest of my hand, and I would then cure them all at once. But because it's Lexi and it's a little harder for her to keep, you know, things from getting on other things, I'm going to go ahead and cure this now. So flatten out your hand. So we are going to take and we are going to put this just like that. And her hand needs to cure under the lamp for 15 seconds. You want to go by the manufacturer's direction of whatever polish you use. And so for the Sensational Nail Polish, you want to do 15 seconds for your base and top coat. So it blinked. So now at this point, that nail is cured. It would be dry to the touch, but it would be sticky. It still has that tacky layer on it. And so that is what helps the next layer adhere. So you want to be careful to try not to touch that nail to anything else because it is tacky and it will pick up anything else that you touch it on. So we are going to finish painting the rest of her nails now because I can lay them flat on the table, and then we can cure the rest of them all at once now that we've got that thumb out of the way. Alright, so both of Lexi's nails are completely covered in a thin layer of base coat. So now it is time to move on to the color she has chosen, called Until the End. And again, the brand is this Sensational, which is the kit that I got at Walmart. I'll see if I can link it in the description box below. So you really want to shake this up really well to get the polish mixed up really well. And basically, I am just going to do the same thing that I did with the base coat. Put a nice thin layer on, scrubbing towards the cuticle, and then dragging that polish back. And the only difference this time is you cure the actual color for 30 seconds. So with the Sensational lamp, you just let it blink and then you keep it on there for the other 15 seconds after the blink, and then that cures that. So here we go, Lex. So especially with the main color, you don't want too much polish on, so drag off any excess polish on most of the sides. And again, I'm going to do her thumb first because that's just easier for me. And don't worry if your first coat of the color looks a little streaky. That is the idea. You want a thin coat, and it is going to look a little streaky because once it cures, you can do another layer until you feel that the color is opaque enough for you. And once you've painted this on, the color is going to kind of settle where it needs to go. And then I noticed that again, I got a little bit here
On the skin.
So you can just clean that up.
Yep. Clean it up.
With nail polish remover, just to clean up the sides. And I made sure not to get any on her cuticle. But I am going to try to get just a teeny bit closer. And remember, you're just doing a thin coat. Now we are going to cure this under the lamp. For 30 seconds this time. So it just blinked. We're going to let it continue on through the other 15 seconds because it needs to cure for the whole 30 seconds. Remember, it is still going to be tacky after you cure it. That's okay.
It'll dry.
So there is her first nail done. She wanted to do the same color I had so we could be twinsies. We only have a few colors so far to choose from. So this is what she chose. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of her nails on both hands and cure them. Alright, so we have the coats of color applied to Lexi's nails. We ended up using 3 thin coats of color because after 2, it still just looked a tiny bit streaky. So now what you are going to do is you are going to go back in with your clear top coat. And so all you do is a thin layer of top coat, and remember, the top coat only cures for 15 seconds. It's the color that cures for 30 seconds if you use the Sensational kit. Please check your kit because you don't want to cure for the wrong amount of time and not cure for enough time. So basically, I'm just going to go through and put a thin layer of clear over the top of each nail. This is nice and shiny. It's going to give you that really high shine, glossy finish that you see on gel nails. Lexi's nails are all done. She is very excited that her nails are all done. They're nice and shiny, thin coats, and they match Mommy's nails, which is what she wanted. She likes to be twinsies or twinners, as she calls it. So that was easy gel nails for a 6-year-old. So if you have a kid who is really struggling to keep regular nail polish on, then I would suggest, if you're up for the task, trying gel nails. If they really like nail polish and it's something they really want, then we have found that these will stay on just a little better than regular nail polish alone, and it does not damage her nail in any way or cause her natural nail any issues. So we have found that this is the best thing that works for us. Again, everybody's different. I will link everything that we used down in the description box below. And we hope you enjoyed our little non-professional tutorial from the comfort of our kitchen. So that was fun, wasn't it, Lex?
Yeah.
Lexi likes getting her nails done. She pretends like we're going to the salon, don't you? So, what do you want to tell everyone?
Subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we upload another video. Bye.
Bye.